Have you ever wondered what mic I use to record my videos? Today I'm going to show you the DJI mic. Just show you what things I can do with it. Camera's obviously way over there. Mic's here, you can still hear me just. So, as you can see, we're not at the range today. Basically in my backyard. The weather today was not great. It's been raining off and on all day. Can't exactly go to the range and record videos without all your equipment getting wet. So this is just a simple video to show how I use this mic. One of the biggest things you will notice is the audio is probably a little bit better, but also if I use the phone audio, which I do record my videos with an iPhone 16 Pro Max, as I turn away, as I walk away, it gets very hard to hear any of my voice from that. Meanwhile, with this mic, you can hear it just fine. So this is the DJI mic. I bought this back in September of last year specifically to start making YouTube videos with it and just have some better audio. Again, I'm using my camera, my phone, which will work well enough for most things, but not for everything. Let's look over the case real quick. This is a battery pack case, charges with USB-C. Everything fits in the case except for the little wind ball. The case does keep and charge both mics. This comes with 2 mics and 1 receiver. So 2 transmitters, 1 receiver. I believe the case itself will hold enough charge for at least 1 full charge of everything again. So that's pretty good. Now, one of the big reasons I bought this was simply because I am using a phone. I do not want to have too many connections. Again, I'm already using my USB-C port on my phone to save much better quality video to an external drive. And so I did not want to also have to have the receiver on the phone. Can do as well as each of the transmitters here will record automatically. They have 8 gigabytes of storage on the transmitter, and that allows you to save something like 14 hours of audio. The longest I've had on here is about 45 minutes worth, maybe an hour to save on it, and it works just as a USB drive or external drive. Now, as you can see at this transmitter here without the wind bulb on it, the green light means it's turned on. If I push the record button on the side, it will then start recording. If the red light is on, it is recording. On the top here, you can see it has the actual microphone right there. And here looks like you could actually plug in another microphone if you wanted a hidden wire mic or something like that. It will plug in there and do the same task. On this side here is a USB plug. Basically, you plug in USB-C. And this lets you connect it directly to your computer to get the audio files off of it. It has a clip mechanism here to attach to your clothing or to whatever you're clicking it to. In my case, I tend to use the clip, but it also has this little magnet in case you don't want to use the clip. But it lets you use the magnet here. The magnet's pretty strong, and you just attach the magnet inside of whatever else. You attach the magnet on the inside of your clothing or whatever else, and then you just attach the transmitter itself onto where the magnet is. That is an overview of that little mic here. The receiver does have some additional things on it. Again, it's got a power button here, USB-C as well, so you could connect USB-C directly into a lot of cameras nowadays have a USB-C input or a similar to allow you to connect to it. Again, additional camera accessories as well tend to have a USB-C thing to allow you feed in the audio. On the back here is where you see the little hot shoe plate where you could attach either the USB-C or lightning adapters, or you could attach the actual plate here. So everything on there works well. Over here, on this side here, you got an audio out in case you want to listen to it. And you also have a spot for speakers, or headphones, sorry, to actually listen to it again while recording. The screen here is an OLED screen. It is touch enabled. You can slide up, slide down to do a bunch of different tests on it. It records in stereo. If you are using both mics at the same time, one mic will record as left channel, one will record as right channel. So that's something to be aware of. Here the folder shows it currently has 15 hours worth of space left on it for audio. And you can do a bunch of other settings here. If needed, I can go into more depth with that, but I actually do not use the receiver for almost anything at this point. I just allow the base audio to base transmitter to basically receive and save that audio. A few things I use it for. Number one is simply being I can be further away when I'm talking. Again, I go to the archery range quite often and usually record videos there. My camera can be set up here and I can walk pretty far out to the target, retrieve my arrows. If I needed to say something along the way, I can say that and still be able to sync it up with the video that's playing. So one of the other advantages of using this mic here is I can have drone footage recording me right now. Drones don't have any audio recording capabilities themselves, so you can't do much with them. You have to use some sort of external device. For example, right here, I'm using my phone to record me. It's probably a bit shaky because of the way I'm walking backwards, but the audio from the mic continues to work. And then as I continue to walk forward, I have the drone sticking at a set distance from me, recording me out of interest. Point of interest mode, and I can talk while I'm doing this. Now the downside is in the background you could probably hear the drone motors running, but it does work exceptionally well for this type of use case. As I walk one side or the other, it does continue to track me, the drone does, and again the audio is working perfectly fine without using any of my camera audio. And again, I can also be walking away, right? And the drone will follow me. I'm facing away from the camera and the audio of the mic continues to work just fine as I walk. The big thing here is I just have to be careful not to get it into obstacles. While it does do obstacle avoidance on the drone, sometimes it can be a little tricky. It's not the newer ones that have better obstacle avoidance. So there you go. A couple things to quickly mention that I don't necessarily like. Sometimes getting the audio to work well, if you're naturally a relatively quiet speaker, again, like me, I'm kind of introverted. I don't really like talking in public very loudly, which is also why I only go to the range and only record videos when nobody else is there. If you talk quieter, sometimes the mic doesn't pick it up as well, but almost any audio software that you use, I use DaVinci Resolve for editing videos, allows you to up the decibels after the fact to get basically more volume. Another thing that you can do is if you are using the receiver to feed into a camera, it does automatically kind of sync it up and everything else, so the audio should match the video very well. And it does have a very long range. Its quoted range is 200 meters, 800-ish feet for freedom units. It definitely allows you to go pretty far and get what you need to get. The nice thing with having two as well is if you do get to the point where you're doing any sort of interviews or anything else, it's easy enough to just hand the person the other transmitter, the other microphone, and they can just speak into it and use it. You see it all the time on YouTube or TikTok. They attach it to like a selfie stick or something to act like a actually handheld microphone, and it works just fine. So looks like it's starting to rain just a little bit here, drippy a little. So that is my review of the DJI mic. I've used it again since September of last year. I've heavily used it pretty much in every video I've created since March of this year, March or April, and I'll continue to use it going forward unless something breaks on it. It works great. The only time consuming thing really is just syncing up the audio and the video after the fact. Again, I'm still learning how to edit videos. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Subscribes help quite a bit, likes help quite a bit. Leave a comment if you like. It does help get my video out there. I'm a very new YouTuber still, trying to just grow my audience and improve my skills as I go. So if there's anything else you want to know about the microphones, any questions about them, leave a comment. If there's enough of comments or questions, I may make a second follow-up video on this, and I probably will do another one after using this consistently for at least a year, just to get, and I'll have enough skill at that point to probably go into more in depth on what is the actual problem, any problems I actually have with it. So leave it here. Hopefully weather's a bit better going forward. I do have a couple more videos coming up that I want to do. Number one, I'm going to finally, I keep saying it, but I'm going to finally change the strings on my bow and record most of that so you guys can see it. But yeah, this is Toothless Archer. Have a good day.